We give you the facts, it's not what you think. Popeye Newsling, Young King, 1 yard, bless.
Good morning, Popeye. Grandma watch Popeyes every morning and every night.
What am I think? What am I think? You're listening to Popeye News Links. This is the Admiral Tibet who I represent, and remember, the time is so serious, cantankerous and dangerous. This is Popeye News Links.
Yeah, watch Popeyes, mama. Where you watch?
Popeye.
Greetings, viewers and subscribers. First up, have you seen that female on your screen? Her name is Kimmy. Kimmy is living at Waterhouse in Kingston. She's a hairdresser who does house calls all over Jamaica. We are told that Saturday morning, July 13, Kimmy, she left Kingston and go to the parish of St. Elizabeth to do a hair. This is not the first time she was going to St. Elizabeth, but she has not been seen or heard from since Saturday morning. Her family is worried sick about her. Let's hope that Kimmy is okay. But you would have heard me carrying stories about that female on your screen. She is 20-year-old Tiffany Brown, popularly known as Chin. I was contacted by her family last night, who told me that Chin had contacted them and promised to come home to Westmoreland today. Stand by. More to come, but the good news is that Chin, she is alive. In the news today, a 54-year-old red stripe truck driver named Dennis Cameron, popularly known as King Kong. He is living at 1 North in the Greater Portmore area of St. Catherine. Detectives at the Portmore Sissoko office, they have arrested and charged King Kong for 1. Rape, 2. Grievous sexual assault, and 3. Forcible abduction. So, here are the allegations. On Saturday night, July 6, a 12-year-old girl ran away from her home. That same night, she saw King Kong, who she was seeing for the first time. It is said that she stopped the car that King Kong was driving and asked him to drop her off at a friend's house. King Kong, he obliged, and it is further alleged that while King Kong was carrying her to her friend's house, he made a detour and stopped along the roadway along the Municipal Boulevard in Portmore. It is alleged that King Kong, he held down the 12-year-old girl inside the car and forcefully did you know what to her against her will. A report was subsequently made to the police, who commenced investigations. 54-year-old King Kong, he was picked up by the police and he was charged for sexually assaulting this 12-year-old girl. So, he'll be going to the courts shortly. Over in the parish of St. Anne, we are learning that a 17-year-old rapeable, he is in police custody for sexually assaulting his 5-year-old sister one night last week. The 5-year-old baby, she has been hospitalized since then. I am doing some digging and will be updating this story in an upcoming video. Stand by for that. In this next report, early Thursday morning, July 11, shortly after 12 midnight, a security guard team were on patrol in the Miami Bay area of St. Anne when they saw a burgundy Daihatsu motor car parked at an empty lot in front of a construction site. The security officers, they made checks and they saw a guy in the bushes on the empty lot. The security officers, they called out to the guy who ran away, making good his escape. An alarm was raised, and when the car was checked, it was realized that the car, it was stolen from a property where the owners are away. A quantity of household items were also found packed inside the car. Further checks revealed that hoodlums, they had broken into the house at Milne Court at Marmy Bay Estate by cutting off the padlock from the gate. The hoodlums, they then forced open a front window to the house, entered and stole items from the house and the motor car that was parked inside the garage. Security officers, job well done. And still in St. Ann, this one took place at Coconut Grove Supermarket on Main Street in the Ocherayos area. We are learning that the operators of the supermarket, they securely locked it up Saturday night, July 13, and went away. Early Sunday morning, July 14, two hoodlums went to the supermarket where they cut off two padlocks that were on two pieces of chain that were used to lock a grill and a wooden door at the front of the supermarket. The hoodlums, they then entered and stole cigarettes, liquors, an NCB debit card machine, and a cash register containing 3,000 Jamaican dollars. The hoodlums, they then made good their escape. Just like that. In this next report, the Hanover police, they have arrested and charged a 67-year-old carpenter named Igal Street, but he's popularly known as Barda. He's living at Montpelier district in the Sandy Bay area of Hanover. Barda, he has been charged for the offense of wounding with intent. The allegations are that yesterday afternoon, Monday, July 15, about some minutes after 3 o'clock, Barda, he was involved in a dispute with a teenager. He is 15 years old. It is alleged that Barda, he used a machete to chop this 15-year-old to the left side of his head, causing serious injuries. The youngster, he was rushed to hospital where he was treated and admitted. 67-year-old Barda, he was taken into police custody and he has been charged by the police. So he'll be going to the courts shortly. And still in Hanover, this one took place last night, Monday, July 15, about 9 o'clock. It took place at Bachelor's Hall in the Cold Spring area of Hanover. We are learning that a 50-year-old farmer known as Kip Kip, he was at his home last night when a guy known as Maka came there and called him. Kip Kip, he went outside and he was talking to Maka when Maka, he pulled a gun and opened gunfire, hitting Kip Kip to the left side of his neck, his back, his left side, the left side of his groin, and his buttocks. Maka, who definitely came to kill Kip Kip, he then made good his escape on foot in the area. But guess what? Kip Kip, he did not die and he was able to make a phone call. The police, they were informed and they rushed with Kip Kip to hospital where he was treated and admitted in a serious condition. We are told that when the police processed this crime scene, 5 9mm spent shells were recovered from the scene. So Maka, he's now wanted by the police. This next incident, it took place early yesterday morning, Monday, July 15, about 3:30. It took place along the Carey Park main road in the parish of Trelawney. We are learning that that man on your screen, his name is Evans Hyppolite. Next month on August 20, he will be celebrating his 42nd birthday. Evans, he was born and grew up in Haiti, but he was living in the state of Florida in the United States of America. We are told that Evans, he was the passenger in a 2010 gray Toyota Probox motor car being driven by a 42-year-old guy of Farmtown district in the parish of St. Ann. They were traveling towards Falmouth direction. On reaching in the vicinity of the crossroad, the driver, he failed to negotiate a corner. As a result, the probox it went across the roadway and crashed into a bus stop. The driver and Evans, they received multiple injuries and they were rushed to the Falmouth Hospital by members of the Falmouth EMT, where Evans, he was pronounced DEAD. The driver for the car, he was admitted in a serious condition. Sad indeed. In this next report, I brought you a story over the weekend and I told you about an incident that took place Thursday night, July 11, about 9 o'clock. It took place along Portmore Villa Drive in the Gregory Park area of St. Catherine. A 28-year-old guy named Mario Lindsay. He was a vendor and he lived along Portmore Villa Drive. Mario, he had just returned from work and he was at his home for a short while when he picked up a bag containing fish and went on the road. Shortly after he left his home, gunshots were heard being fired. When persons went and made checks, Mario, he was found lying along the roadway in a pool of blood. He had received gunshot wounds to his face and his left side. He was rushed to the Spanish Town Hospital where he was treated and admitted in a very serious condition. Well, early Saturday morning, July 13, Mario, he died whilst he was being treated in hospital. The mayhem. Now, this next incident, it took place in the Marlie Gate area of Old Harbour in the parish of St. Catherine. It took place Sunday night, July 14, about 11 o'clock. We are learning that residents of the area, they heard gunshots being fired. When the smoke was clear, they went and made checks. The lifeless body of a guy named Dane Nicolai Harding of the same Marlie Gate area. He was found lying in a pool of blood. The police, they were called and when they inspected Dane, he had received gunshot wounds to his head. He died on the spot. The mayhem. So let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. Have you hit on the love button as yet? If you have not yet done so, remember to hit on it. Also, if you are over here watching our videos and you have not yet subscribed, hit on the subscribe button as also. Hit on the notification bell. Then click all so that whenever we drop a new video, you'll be one of the first to be notified. In the final story for today, a hoodlum is dead after he chose the wrong house to break into and try to rob the occupants. This took place early yesterday morning, Monday, July 15, about some minutes to 4 o'clock. It took place at a house at Arcade Close in the Pitford area of St. James. Now, this is what we are learning. A hoodlum who, up to the time of recording this video, we have not yet gotten his name, but we are told that he appears to be in his early 20s, about 5 feet 7 inches tall, of a dark brown complexion, and he was sporting a cornrow hairstyle. This hoodlum, he was armed with a gun. We are told that he broke into the house in the early morning where 4 occupants were sleeping. We are told that the hoodlum, he was successful in tying up at least 2 of the male occupants, but he faced resistance from a 3rd occupant. The others, they joined in, and there was a struggle for the gun that the hoodlum was armed with. The hoodlum, he received stab wounds and he was shot at least once. This was when the gun went off, when he was involved in a struggle for the same gun. The 4 householders, they also received injuries, but their injuries are not considered life-threatening. The police, they were called, and the gun, a Beretta 9mm pistol with the serial number intact, affixed with a magazine containing 13 9mm rounds that the hoodlum was armed with. it was recovered. The hoodlum, he died on the spot. Now, as soon as I get his name, I'm going to be telling you exactly who he is. But another hoodlum bites the dust. Householders, job well done. The mayhem continues. Blessed love, everybody.
Tell a friend, for tell a friend, for tell a friend about Popeye Newslink and KlLLED TV. Like, subscribe and share. Quicksilver sing, if we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, Jamaica live in unity. If we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, Jamaica live in unity. Hey, crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. I coulda sunshine or rain. Jamaica, no problem, no pain. Rude boy them no out can't tame, but me want me country back. Give me country back. To the street and the lane, everybody them start complain. Bloodshed, what a shame, but me want me country back. Give me country back. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Jamaica, Jamaica, the land of the sun. Jamaica become now the land of the gun. East and north and south when me turn. Country and town, man a play blood a run. Murder, don't you baby me hear them a murder. Cut it out, tell them no gonna further. Man a dead like cancer and bird, yeah. Who no listen them a word, yeah. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals